All right, welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by Zach Metz of Howell Football and Howell Basketball. How's it going, man?
Good. How are you, Casey?
Doing well, man. Just kind of explain how this crazy year has been for you.
It's been wild. I mean, we started with football, we got pushed back, and then we were able to play. And then how wild that year went with, every game that we had. And then we get into the winter, the day before basketball is going to start, we get shut down by the state, and the whole uncertainty of whether we're going to play basketball or not, whether we're going to be in school or not. And then we ended up playing basketball, the way it started, the great way that it ended. And even like right now with all the cases soaring and the end of the year coming up, it's just been a wild year. I don't know that anything can compare to it. It's just been wild.
Yeah, I know it's senior year that you can quite envision when you entered Howell. What was the weirdest moment that you've experienced this year?
I think the weirdest moment was the first time I was quarantined right when we started playing basketball games, so I couldn't play in our first game. I had to watch it from my house, and just seeing that like all happening from my house, and I was cheering like I was being the bench like from my couch, and my mom was sitting there like, "Are you all right? Like, why are you going so crazy?" Like when we were down by a bunch of points, and that moment just kind of hit me. It was like, "Wow, there's a basketball game going on that I'm at home for. What is going on?" Like I think that was the weirdest moment.
Yeah. How was basketball season for you this year?
Well, it didn't start too great. I mean, I was out at the beginning of the year. I ended up not playing in 5 games because of quarantines. I had to catch up to everyone. But then, we kind of got hot towards the end of the year. We started 5-5. We had a loss against Canton that on the road that was pretty bad for us. But then we won 7 straight games. We won the district title against Heartland, who we previously lost to, which was a huge accomplishment for us. We beat Linden too, who was really good. I was able to get on the court and play a good bit, which was good for me after not playing a lot last year, and then how this year started. Just to be on the court was a good feeling, and then the way it ended too, beating Heartland in the districts that's a moment I'll never forget.
Beating Heartland was a big theme for you guys for you this year, whether it was in basketball or whether it was in football.
Yeah.
For people that don't know, just kind of explain the rivalry and what that is like.
It's always a battle. Anytime you step on the field, the court with them, like we're going to give it everything we've got. They're going to give it everything they've got. I think it's two kind of different styles of sports, like football. Like we play a different style than they do. And it's fun because it's a style that not many teams play. They like to play fast. We like to run the ball. And basketball, they play a different way than we do. So it's a ton of fun to play against. There's always that extra juice. Like the second time we played Heartland in basketball, I remember the game started and I looked over to John Lovich on the bench. I was like, this feels like a playoff game, and it's our 5th game of the year. Like it's just, there's always a different feeling with it. It's always just so much more amped up. It's just a great time. Even if we lose, it's still fun.
Yeah. So, kind of going in, I know that, your kind of year is done, and there's still a lot left. You got about maybe a few more weeks left, and then it's off to kind of explain what your next step is.
Yeah. So we got the few weeks of school left. I'm going to be in senior survivor in a couple of weeks. And then after that, I'm headed to Kalamazoo to football as well.
Nice. Okay, so kind of going to senior survivor, that's been a long-standing tradition at Howell. I know Brighton has something similar to that too. But kind of explain about what it is about. And I know you guys have raised a lot of money for a lot of charities over the years.
Yeah. So what it is, we have a group of seniors that will basically live in the school for a week. And during that week, and even like leading up to it, the past few weeks, we compete to raise money for charities across Michigan. In the past, we've done La Casa, we've done North Star Reach, we've done Special Olympics. And over the past, I think, 14 years of this event, we've raised over $500,000. And this year, what we're doing, we are raising money to build an all-inclusive playground at Genoa Park. It's great. It's going to be great. It's for all kids of all ages, all abilities. Everyone can interact together, which I think is great. You don't really see that in many playgrounds. So I think that's really what's going to be big. It's gonna look a little different with COVID, but we are able to stay in the school like normal. We're gonna be able to do most of our challenges like normal, which is awesome for us. So I mean it's really gonna be a great thing, like it always is.
Yeah. And finally, do you ever think that you'd be graduating in the next few weeks? And do you know how graduation's going to work?
I don't at the moment. I've heard rumors it might be outside on the football field, which honestly I think might be the best way to do it.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
know, graduate in the field that I spent so many years on.
Of
But
course.
yeah, it's surreal to think about. Like, I'm gonna be done with school, high school soon. Like I remember telling Coach Lewis that during football, I was like, this fall will be the first time in 13 years that I'm not on a Howell football field, like watching or playing,
Yeah.
which is honestly crazy.
Speaking of that, I know Dad's got a new job as well. What's he going to be doing next year?
He's going to Lansing Catholic. He's gonna be an offensive assistant. That's all I we really know about it. He's kind of new what's happening, but he's excited. I'm excited for him. It's a great opportunity for him.
Of course. All right, Zach. Thank you so much for spending a few minutes, and best of luck the rest of your senior year.
Yeah, thank you, Casey.